Hi, my name is Evan Bailey, and this is my final research project presentation for game studies. So, Fortnite was originally launched in 2017 and has amassed a total player count of 350 million in the year that it was launched. And in 2018, it grew rapidly and made itself one of the most popular games at the time, with a download account over 60 million downloads. And daily it attracts over 2 million players as of 2025. And the game is known to have a whole lot of real life applications and modes that make the game popular. And so, with real life applications comes things such as teamwork, collaboration, strategy, combat, destructive weapons, and more that all relate well to real world occurrences and events. And when it comes to modes, there are many, such as the classic Battle Royale, Zero Build, Reload Mode, Legends Landing, Party Royale, Lego Fortnite, Rocket Racing, Fortnite Festival, Save the World, and more. For this project, I'll be focusing on what makes Fortnite popular and uniquely impactful: combat, world building, and culture. Combat and violence. In Fortnite, you compete against competitors, collect materials to survive, plunder, kill, and evil on the dead opposition, all in an attempt to be the last one standing. So, from the source, the interplay of existence, it states the game being popular for its objective or goal, it often carries power fantasies, immersing players in narratives of violence, control, domination, competition. So, if you are the last to survive standing, then you win. The idea essentially stays the same if you're in duos, trios, or squads. With being the last one standing, similarly in warfare, nations or groups often seem to gain territory, assert power, or eliminate opposition, frequently resulting in a significant human and environmental loss so they can reap the benefits and spoils of war. And so, from another source, Fortnite could only exist in a world that's running out of resources. It states, even though Fortnite is above this game for children to play, the basic goal and idea is to murder an entire island full of people. And so, with trying to be the last one to survive, you essentially have to adopt a philosophy and mentality of a soldier: kill or be killed. Even with the certain things Fortnite has had all over the years, especially with all of its seasons, the same theme shows up time and time again, which is militarism. And a great example of this can be the Star Wars season, where Darth Vader came down from a Star Destroyer ship with his legions of soldiers to come take over the planet and destroy it. And so, in that season, the people had to team up together in order to fight Darth Vader and his forces in order to survive. And so, this season clearly showed militarism. And similarly, just as soldiers in combat, they must adapt to terrain, secure resources, and make quick tactical decisions and strategies in order to survive. Another example can be from a source: military is looking for new skills, where it states the UK Armed Forces launched a Fortnite style recruitment video using video games to gain attention from the new generation, reflecting how the character of war is changing in the 21st century. And so there is a reason why military would create an ad like this, because the in-game mechanics utilize the real-world tactics of fortification, tactics such as retreat, hit and run, and scorched earth policies and tactics, and resource management during military conflicts. Additionally, weapons such as grenade, rocket launchers, energy beams, cannons, swords, and gadgets such as the boogie bomb, which makes people dance, grappler gun, quarter fortress, and airstrike device are many tools, methods, and tactics capable of eliminating opponents. Not only do they eliminate opponents, but they can destroy the environment, showing the significant theme of destruction and how combat can devastate a landscape. The map itself evolves with each season, often through catastrophic events symbolizing chaos and constant upheaval, reflecting how war reshapes the physical landscape of the world, leaving nothing the same. World building. So Fortnite is known to have a whole lot of designs and themes for a whole lot of its seasons. And so on the left is the Greek God map, the middle is the Simpsons map, and to the right is the Feudal Japan map. And so beyond its mechanics, Fortnite's most impressive feature might be its world building. Each chapter brings map changes, different themes, evolving storylines, new lore that keeps players enticed, and culture has a part to play in it. Fortnite tells a story through its world rather than lengthy dialogue, cutscenes, or story modes, but it tells a story through its landscape, where it has events such as black hole events, the map constantly changing, and interdimensional rifts that makes the game experience feel larger than life. One season might be in snow or water, well, underwater, and then the season after that, it may just be invaded by aliens. The game is ever changing. These transformations make the world feel alive and unpredictable. Players not only play, but come come back to see what has changed with the game and witness the ongoing story of the game and unfold in real time. And from the source, it's not an island, it's a world. It states, with so many players coming into the game comes worldliness. And with Fortnite having so many players interconnectively playing the game, especially all at once, can affect the gameplay, design of the map, and the amount of people that can fit onto the map. And so Fortnite season gameplay creates a sense of worldness that connects players together and influences their engagement in the game. This sense of evolution gives Fortnite a feeling of freshness that few other games achieve. Most of the time, Fortnite chooses maps that are synonymous with pop culture, such as Star Wars, Avengers, Mad Max, and musical artists themed parts of the map, which only adds to the uniqueness of the game that makes it so popular. Cultural experience and global impact. So Fortnite's events and themes turn gameplay into shared cultural experiences, blending gameplay, storytelling, and social interaction. Players don't just play Fortnite, they live it, forming fond memories of it that feel personal yet collective. The game's evolving world gives players reason to talk about it, participate, and ensure that the game remains not only as a pastime, but a continuing social phenomenon. And from the source, Expert Essays, it states Fortnite had a Travis Scott concert that drew in an audience of over 12.3 million people. And also, as of 2021, at least 40% of the player base of the game is at least between the ages of 10 and 17, according to the National Research Group. And another source is the apparatus of post-digital play, where it states in March of 2023, Fortnite had over 500 million players playing the game globally. And Fortnite knows who their audience is and know who they market towards, and so they obviously market towards them. And so not only does the game advance when it keeps its marketing strategy up and its game its gamer amount increases, but also with all these effects comes influences on economies, especially the global economy. And so from the source, history and influence, it states the game industry has a great financial importance to the global economy, with an estimated value of 182.9 billion USD. And from the source, fantasy and power. With Fortnite being so popular, it raked in an estimated value of 5 billion in 2020 alone. And from another source, Seven Derived and Fortnite statistics, it states as of this year in 2025, it has raked in a value of over 6 billion. And so due to the marketing of the game that's made it extremely popular, Fortnite's updates will keep continuing to bring in similar numbers, especially with actions such as its emotes and stickers to, to play in the game will only add to why players want to play it as they can express themselves and how they think or feel. And so, from the source, the cultural phenomenon that changed gaming forever, it states dances like the Floss and Take the L have become viral sensations replicated by celebrities, athletes, and other people all around the world. Another example can be from a source, meshwork, play lines, and pamphlet sets, and how it states in 2018, a dance group won the TV show Britain's Got Talent from incorporating Fortnite dance moves into their dance routines, showing how in-game gameplay is replicating the real world and how it can make impacts and effects for certain events and occurrences. And so these expressions were clearly derived from some point of social media, such as certain TikToks or spaces on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, wherever really, especially with popular dances such as Renegade, Orange Justice, Billy Bounce, etc. And as the world in Fortnite evolves, so does the world outside of it, as the game provides new emotes for players to use that can be replicated in real life. With the impact and cultural influences Fortnite has, only continue to blur the line between digital entertainment, social reality, making the game part of real world culture. So, Fortnite is more than a popular video game. It's a living testament and mirror of a modern digital age and how it impacts society. The theme of game study revolves around the examination of games and how they influence society, however or whatever it may affect within society. I feel like Fortnite is a perfect example for the theme of game studies and how it can apply to social interactions with larger social constructs such as power, representation, labor, and ideology. Fortnite's success and the questions it raises highlights the importance of critically engaging with games not only as entertainment, but as cultural phenomenons that can shape the world. Games, as studied within the academic fields of game studies, are powerful tools capable of reinforcing or challenging cultural narratives. Now, the immersive and entertaining and interesting world building of Fortnite exemplifies the creative potential of modern gaming. While Fortnite is designed for entertainment, it shares deep roots that parallels the concepts of combat. Victory comes at the cost of tearing something down and from you, the player, outlasting others in order to survive and win the game. The overarching theme is destruction and violence, which reminds us that beneath the animations and excitement lies a simulation of conflict where power is asserted through force, tactic, strategy, and victory comes at the cost of looting something or tearing something down. Amalgamizing all these themes shows how Fortnite isn't just a game, it's shaping society by the way we live, how we connect, interact, and express ourselves in the digital era. Games are powerful outlets that shape the world, and only time will tell the full extent and full effects Fortnite will have on society. Until then, Fortnite will continue to make an impact on society. And here are my references. Here's some photos of me playing the game. And here are some videos. It does take some time to load though. This season right here is me in the Simpsons season of the game, which is surprisingly one of my favorites. And here's me on the battle bus before I drop down. I'll be dropping down the next couple of seconds. Thank you for listening to my presentation and enjoy the rest of your day.